And we are back. We are joined tonight by Mr. Jorge George Caicedo.
What's up?
So, Mr. George, how are you this evening?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. The caramel grenada's kicking in. The caffeine's coursing through my veins. Dude, hell yeah.
So, the last time that I heard you on a podcast was about 2 years ago.
It's about right.
That was with Eyes for the Lost with
Yes.
Dodie and Shane.
And Shane.
And ironically, you started off that one talking about coffee beans. You were eating
Did I? Yeah.
coffee
yeah.
beans from Community Coffee or something.
Yeah, CC's, man. They sell those chocolate-covered espresso beans. And those things are great. They're good in ice cream, too.
So are you I guess due to lack of better words, a coffee junkie?
A couple days out the week, yeah, I guess you could say that. But it's frozen coffee. I'm more of a fan of frozen coffee than hot coffee. Who wants to drink hot coffee in the summertime? And
Well, especially here in New Orleans.
right, I'm all about the frozen coffee, and everybody's like, "Oh, man, frozen coffee? No, coffee's not supposed to be drinking frozen. You drink it hot." And I'm like, "Yeah, I drink it however the fuck I want. It tastes better frozen than it does hot. Who wants to? Even when it's cold, I'll drink frozen coffee because I guess I'm somewhat of a masochist. I like the chilliness of it, you know. But especially when they put the whipped cream on it. But I don't get the whipped cream on it all the time. It depends. Like if I had like a really good workout the previous week or like the previous few days, and I really ramped up my cardio, then I'll get like the whipped cream on it.
So besides liking frozen coffee, I guess it would make sense that you are not a big fan of heat. Because, George, as long as I've known you, I don't think I've ever seen you wear long pants. In fact, I think when I first was introduced to you, it was, oh, that's Shorts George over there. So when did the shorts craze start, and how did it start?
The shorts thing probably started around 91 because, and I'm trying to recollect on that because someone posted a picture from like 90 or something of early 90 of me standing in front. I was, at the time I lived in a city called Chalmette. I'm sure many of you know about Chalmette. But anyway, I used to live there. And there was a club called Metalman's. And it was that night, it was the Slugs were playing, the Slugs who eventually became Crowbar.
Yes.
And the picture is of me leaning against the wall doing air guitar. I was like fat, had glasses, really bad complexion, and ungodly hair. Not long hair. I never had long hair, but it was just ridiculous. And I had jeans on, and I'm like, 99. It was somewhere around that era, and I was like, okay. And people are posting like, dude, you're in jeans. And I'm like, well, yeah, that was before the shorts thing hit. Now, here's the thing. I guess I would say it was about late 90, early 91. I was never in the shorts at first because I thought they were too preppy looking. I was like, yeah, I don't want to wear shorts. Preppies wear that shit. And, you know, I'm a metal kid. I wear jeans. And, okay, I saw Anthrax wearing shorts. I'm like, well, and Anthrax was still, you know, that was before they got, like, really cheesy. And I was like, well, they can pull it off and look cool. So what the hell? So what I did was I went to Kmart, and I would buy the print jams. But it was the real obnoxious ones like red on black and green on black and pink and purple. And by the time I moved to Metairie in 94, I would wear those to shows at Zeppelin's, and they were gaudy as all hell. And people were just like, dude, what's up with those shorts? You know, and but over the years it progressed. I went from shocking, horrid, disgusting colors to now I'll wear camo or I'll wear plaid. So I've
Navy
progressed.
blue.
Navy blue. So I've progressed. I've gone from really loud, obnoxious colors to something that's more easier on the eyes, I guess you could say.
So you have been around the music scene for a very long time.
My first show was 1989. Whatever year was Soylent Green, I Hate God, and Exhorter at the Storyville Jazz Hall, where Mike Williams of I Hate God took a box of all these albums and just threw them into the pit, and everybody, all the skinheads and everybody just stomped the records into rubble. And I was like, wow. And there's actually some of that footage is on YouTube, not of Mike doing that, but there's footage of Soylent Green playing. And when Exhorter's playing, they show me for like a millisecond. You can't really see me, but I recognize it was me. I have a Megadeth shirt on, and I was stockier then too, and I was like applauding, and I'm like, damn, that's me. Even it was like for a second and a half, and so yeah, 89 I guess was that show. So yeah, 89.
So let's go through a little bit of your band history.
Sure,
You'd
The
mentioned
list.
Exhorter. You played with Exhorter
I did.
for a short while there on tour.
Yes. What it was that their bassist Frank Sparcello, who I knew, he passed, and at the time I was playing in a couple bands. One called The Void, who used to be called The Great Void. Now they're The Void, and they still play out. I had another band called Built to Destroy with Joe Pano, who now plays in Cog,
Yes.
and.
Cog.
And we were booked to play a show at Siberia, and Kyle Thomas, the singer, was like, hey, call Vinny ASAP, Vinny LaBella. So I hit him up, and Vinny called me like, look, I know your band's playing a show this weekend, but we got 2 shows booked in Texas at Rigor Mortis and one at the Hangar. Can you do it? I was like, yeah, let's do this. So I went to his house the previous weekend, learned the songs in like a crash course, and then we drove out in the van and we played the shows. And I kind of told Joe at the last minute, and he was like, you're doing what? I said, yeah, man, I can't make the show. I'm going to play with Exhorter in Texas. Oh, okay. So whatever. And so after we did the 3 shows, we came home for about a month. Then we went back out and we played the Maryland Death Fest in April of 2011. There's footage of that. All those shows are on YouTube. And we co-headlined with Voivod. It was a Saturday night. And to co-headline with Voivod was just a thing of magnificence because they've been one of my favorite bands since high school. And so anyway, I was talking to Joe on the phone, and I was like, dude, when are we doing another gig? He was like, well, you're out the band. I was like, oh. He's like, yeah, you're really conceited, and you're not that good of a bass player. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. And but what I think it really was, he was a little hurt because, I ditched the gig to go do
last
Exhorter.
minute you.
Yeah, and I had to tell, and I think I kind of, it's a little bit my fault. I waited a bit too long, but, that was 6 years ago. So.
But on the same note, I mean, from what it sounds like, you found out about it pretty much last minute.
Kind of,
well.
yeah. Yeah, and it was weird, man, because we were all at Frankie's wake, which was at what was the Hangar. We were all there at the wake. I remember everyone was there. Jim Bauer was there, me, a lot of people. And I just got the strangest impression, like, man, for some reason, I'm thinking like they're going to hit me up or something. Like, I just had the strangest feeling that somehow, I don't know, like one of them's going to hit me, like something's going to come up, and they'd call it I don't know what you want to call it, intuition and omen. But I just got, while I'm mourning Frankie, who I've known him from Fat City and Last Stop, and he was a hell of a funny dude, man. What a guy, good guy. And I just had a weird feeling that they were going to hit me up on this. And then when I heard about the shows that they had booked with Rigor Mortis, then I got the message from Kyle. So that was that. And now, music-wise, I'm playing, last couple of years, I've been playing in a cover band called The Culprits. And so I've just been busy with that in addition to privately teaching a couple bass students. So
What kind of music does the Culprits play?
covers, like a lot of the Metairie bands.
Purple Rain
you know.
was one of my favorite ones. Whenever I did come out to see you guys, Purple Rain
Yeah,
was probably my favorite one.
we tear that one up.
Yeah,
I
that
will
one
say.
was people were getting down on that.
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Like it was good.
That's one of quite a few high spots. That's one of them.
Yeah,
And Pickle, man, he could be our guitar player's twin.
yeah.
Seriously, yeah. That's a compliment. That's not an insult.
And I think you guys played what Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah,
Yeah, one of the Fleetwood Mac songs.
yeah. I never thought I'd be playing Fleetwood Mac, but yeah, Fleetwood Mac.
So that's definitely a different turn from, I guess, the music that you're known for.
Yeah, but if you can play, metal, if you can play really technical metal, thrash, extreme, whatever, like I did with Built to Destroy, if you can play stuff like that with a lot going on, then playing pop music or playing radio rock is a walk through the park.
How many bands have you been in?
Original bands, 5. If you count the Culprits, this is my 6th band.
What was your first band?
The band called Vice, which was me, Matt Beeson, Chris Tyreed, and Laurie Shefsky. And Matt wrote all the music. It was It was actually, he wrote some good tunes. He had everything written. This was right before Katrina. And that was my first show, my first band, professional band, original band that I had played with. And so that's what they were called. And now Matt has his own line of hot sauce going on. Chris Tyree does stuff around the city, and I don't know what Laurie does, but she's a hell of a guitar player, wherever she may be.
Let's see. So, you'd mentioned that you're in the Culprits. Do y'all have any gigs coming up?
We have this Sunday. We're doing like a little 45-minute benefit thing with a few other bands at the Shooting Gallery on Veterans. And then next Saturday, if that is August 5th, next Saturday.
Yes.
Okay, we're playing at Colby's, which is by Paradise on
It's
the
on North Woodlawn.
yeah, off South Clearview. Yeah.
All right. So, what kind of music would you say inspired you to get into playing guitar and bass and
Metal,
As a young child.
metal, same thing that inspired every
any
other kid.
any
What
particular bands?
Oh God, yeah. Priest, Maiden, Metallica, Accept, Ozzy, Dokken, Dio, Motley Crue, Scorpions.
Who's the one guitarist that like you wanted to kind of be like, or at least be better than, and you know?
Actually, Alex Skolnick of Testament.
What about bassist? Did you ever have that like, oh, I'm that bassist right there?
No bassist really turned my head at the time because I was into guitar. I guess I started playing guitar. Well, I guess I would only account for the chops I have on bass, and a lot of people don't know. But yeah, I started playing guitar around my sophomore year in high
That was your
school.
first instrument?
No, first instrument was clarinet. I played that from 5th to 9th grade.
Who knew? Who knew?
No, a lot of people don't. And then I picked up the guitar around my freshman, sophomore year in high school. But who were the guys at the time? Alex Skolnick. Well, no, that was a little later. So I guess Yngwie, but good Lord, I could play nothing like Yngwie when I was 15. No way. But I would say Priest and Maiden, like Glenn Tipton, Dave Murray, those guys. And then when I heard Testament and I saw Alex Skolnick play, I was like, damn. I was like, that dude's bad. And so it was like, that's what I kind of wanted to be like. But then I guess around 99, 98, 99, somewhere up, and I started getting bored with the guitar. In the year 2000, I just set it aside completely. I got sick of it and wanted to play bass because I was always fascinated by bass players' right hand and how fast they could pick with their fingers, thinking, man, that is impressive. I'd love to learn how to do it. And so one thing led to another, and I just picked up bass and went from there. I would go by my friend Bobby's house. He lived on Spain Street, and he lived in a shotgun double, and he had this old beat up Area Pro bass, and I would just play it. And he was like, man, just take the thing home. And from there, I just it was a lot of learning, knowing what I had learned on the guitar and applying it to bass. And then some months later, I turned myself on to Jaco Pastorius, and that was it. Thus, a monster was created.
Well, you had mentioned the word learning. Ironic that you say that because you actually do teach some guitar.
Yeah.
And one of your former students is here in the room tonight.
Devin.
Pickle? Me?
Mr.
Yeah, Devin.
For a few years.
That's right. Yeah. Well, I know Devin's mom from his mom, Holly, from Last Stop, like just hanging out with that whole crew, House of Shock and all that. And she's like, oh, yeah, my son would like to learn guitar. And I was like, okay, cool. And, and I started teaching Devin. And
It's a good impersonation.
I try. And so that actually, he did good at first. Then I didn't know what times I was like, dude, don't you practice? But
there were I'm sorry. There's some times where I was having problems just concentrating.
it happens. My short term memory is terrible.
I could see his shorts riding up. He was like just getting angry. He would get angry at me.
Shorts riding up.
I could
Good
tell
God.
he wanted to slap me sometimes.
No, never, dude.
It was more like
no
punch.
Yeah.
Overhand,
Yeah.
hammer fist.
No, but Yeah, it was fun. I did learn a lot, and then someone came up to me and told me I fucking sucked at guitar, just straight up. And it's someone I looked up towards to who played guitar, and that's actually one of the reasons I kind of stopped for a long time.
So wait, after you took lessons from me, someone told you sucked?
Yeah, just straight up. I was actually recording music, and someone I know, I'm not gonna put his name out there,
You don't have to.
but
I'll probably smoke him anyway.
yeah, oh yeah, you smoke 'em.
God, what a dick. I'd probably smoke him anyway. How conceited. Dude, I suck.
No,
What
but
a conceited thing to
no,
say,
but
right?
it's just like he just straight up said to my face, like, "You suck," and I
Wow.
was like, and I'm pretty sure he said quit because he can play so many instruments, and I'm like, at the time he was one of the only people I knew that played guitars.
So what has he done?
Nothing.
Well, there you go.
And exactly, that's what I'm thinking. So that's what I'm trying to like reintegrate myself back to. But yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but that's why you haven't seen me, man. But no, I remember going out to one of my first shows was over on the West Bank. It was your show. I can't remember what band you were playing, but you're playing bass. It was at that tattoo shop, skate park thing.
Oh yeah, that was the Void. The
Yeah.
Great. Well, I think we were still called the Great Void at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And we played at the at the skate park. We played there with some other. Yeah, that was a fun time.
Which was bulldozed down and now is a
Yeah.
casino gas station.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the one out 9 Mile Point.
Mm-hmm.
That was a fun gig. All the gigs I've played were fun. I've never played a bad show. Bad as far as I just didn't enjoy playing. They all the shows I've done have been good. Like
What was the worst gig? Like where you just like disgusted?
probably when I pulled triple duty at the Hi-Ho Lounge with Built to Destroy, The Void, and a band called Runiverse, who I did some shows with. And it was like, in my opinion, 3 like really killer bands. There was a couple other bands too. And like maybe 3 people showed up. But then I just came to realize that New Orleans really doesn't, for technical death metal, like crazy technical stuff, New Orleans doesn't really
Appreciate?
appreciate it. Yeah. It is what it is.
Do you have a particular gig that you would say is your favorite?
Probably Maryland Death Fest with Exhorter and with Built to Destroy opening for Malevolent Creation at the bar and Vital Remains at the Hi-Ho Lounge. And The Void, we opened for the Dillinger Escape Plan in the Parish Room. That
Oh, nice.
that was sweet. Us, Harp, and Dillinger. So,
Nice.
yeah, there are a few that do stick out.
When you were on Eyes for the Lost, there was a story that you told about a prosthetic leg. I don't want you to repeat that because
fine.
you've, if anyone here who was watching this show, more than likely listened to that episode of Eyes for the Lost.
Yeah, I haven't seen that chick since, man. But it is what it is. Actually, our guitar player in The Void at the time, Phil Willis, he was we're talking like he worked at he might still work at an auto body shop, and he said, man, some girl came in and I had to work on her car and like she had a prosthetic leg, and he told me the girl's name. He was like, man, was that the chick? I'm like, yeah, I think so. And he mentioned something about I play in a band called The Void. And she's like, yeah, I met their bass player. And Bill's like, damn, that was her, man. Yeah. Like she had the prosthetic leg. I said, yeah, that was her. He's like, oh, he's like, so that was a true story. I said, dude, I couldn't make that up. Yeah. Yeah, it was true. Oh, I was kind of seeing a chick who used to do amateur porn. I won't say the name because I don't want to give her credit. But that was fun. Until like one night in Twist of Lime, she, for no apparent reason, completely blew me off. I don't know why. I was like, okay, well.
Because you're conceited. Everyone keeps telling you that.
No,
you
they
need to
don't.
you need to work on your conceitedness and all that.
Work on my conceitedness. Wait, so is that implying that I'm not conceited enough? I don't think I'm conceited at all. Actually, I think I'm very humble. Opinions might differ. I
That's
don't
just
know.
a conceited thing you just said.
What? That I didn't want to give her.
No, you're not. You're humble. Claiming that you're humble. You're too humble.
I wouldn't say too humble, but I'm humble. I mean, they got Believe me when I say they have bassists that would wipe the floor with me in a millisecond, which I should know because I go to Anaheim every January, the NAMM convention, which is a huge music convention, and they got bass players out there that make me look about as technically proficient as Sid Vicious from the Sex Pistols. So, oh no, I'll stay humble. They got bass players that I wouldn't even pick up a bass around them. I'm humbled every time I go out there. I mean, I'm humbled here. I know a few bass players that if they were like, you can either cut heads with me or fight Mike Tyson, I'd rather fight Mike Tyson. Either way, I'm going to get plastered, but, you know.
Do you have a particular brand or model of bass or guitar?
Yeah.
That you
Ibanez. For basses, Ibanez. I like Ibanez basses, and as far as guitar, anything I can get my hands on that'll stay in tune. I'd like it to be Ibanez, but a lot of them had Floyd Rose systems on them, the tremolo bars, and I'm not really a fan of those. They're more trouble than what they're worth. I'd rather a fixed bridge.
I have a question. If there's one person from like the New Orleans Metairie scene to like challenge in a bass off, who would it be?
Who would challenge me?
No, who would you
I would challenge?
Yeah, who would you want to? Like, face
It's
off
probably a guy nobody would even know. His name, he's from Chalmette. We were roommates once. He lives way down in the parish. His name is Owen Pasquale. He actually plays in a band called Riptide, a Metairie band with Kyle Thomas, who's the singer for that band. Kyle, who also sang for Exhorter. He would be the one guy that maybe one day I'll catch up to him. I'm still trying to catch up to him, but he's been playing bass for as long as I've been alive, I think. And so if the day would ever come that I could match him and he would just be like, damn, dude, like, you know, you're on par with me. And that would be the day. I'd be like, okay, like cool. Not that I would rest on my laurels, because you never want to do that. You always want to keep striving to progress. Mm-hmm. But it would be him. On the metal scene, God, how can I say this without sounding like a dick? There's really nobody that I would. Well, number one, the whole cutting heads challenging thing. To me, that just, I don't know. I used to go to those guitar contests back in the late 80s, early 90s, when at the time, especially around 89, 90, 91, right before grunge hit, where you had to be a shredder. Like, you had to be good to get in these contests. Like, if you couldn't play like Yngwie or Steve Vai or Eddie Van Halen, you sucked. I mean, it was the caliber, the bar back then was so high. So when I think of the cutting heads thing, I kind of cringe but if there was just one guy, it would be him. Yeah, it would be him, Owen. And he's not really he's not a metal bassist. His roots are in metal, but big time too in prog rock. But he would be the guy, because he's just as good as Stu Hamm, Billy Sheehan, any of those guys. He's just as good. He's just not known.
I'm going to step out real quick to get your dinner ready.
Thank you. How nice.
So
I get dinner
we do
fixed
have
for me.
a special feature for you tonight, Mr. George.
Awesome. That'd be great if it was like a topless, well-endowed redhead.
Are you a vegetarian?
No, technically no. I mean, I'm a carnivore, but man, just bring in what you have. I'll check it out.
So we're gonna do a little blindfolded challenge with you here in just a few moments.
Okay, cool.
Before we do get into that, I do want to give you another opportunity. Is there any place where people can listen to like live or studio recordings of some of the music that you put out in the
Yeah, the only thing
your
I have,
past?
I'm so lame. The only thing I have is a SoundCloud page, and all the songs are over a year old. But it's soundcloud.com /JC, like John Carroll, JC 72071. It's got me on there playing like Bach pieces, like classical stuff, jazz. It's about 5 or 6 different tunes. So that's really the only place they can hear it. It's like I said, stuff's over a year old, but I just haven't. I've been trying just to concentrate on writing jingles, like stuff that'll get in commercials or whatever, because I want to sell out and make money. So
Yeah, I did see on your Facebook page one of the things that you'd mentioned was composer.
Yeah.
So you're working on some jingles.
I've got them done. I have about 3 jingles done. I'm working on a new one with a friend of mine. And yeah, so I have a few. They're not on my SoundCloud page, but yeah, I do have a few that have been done. But it's all the jingles I write. It's mainly for it's commercial type stuff. Like it's one's a slow blues, the other two are like surf rockabilly tunes. It's nothing heavy. It's stuff that would,
Well,
like.
no, it still shows your
Oh yeah, absolutely.
your
I mean,
range,
but versatility.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I do all the guitars. I do the bass. I have a drum program, and yeah, like one song is kind of like a surf tune. The other one is a slow blues, and the other one has like an Allman Brothers feel to it. Harmonized guitar, very southern rock sounding. There's really, with very few exceptions, this is going to make me sound conceited, but with very few exceptions, there's not too many styles I can't play.
All right, sweet. So, George, I want to thank you for coming on the show.
No, thank you. Thank
So
you.
stay tuned with us. We will be back in just a moment with the blindfolded taste test.
Yeah.
So-
Food.
Again, you can check out George's music, SoundCloud. What was the address one more time, please?
SoundCloud.com /JC 72071. And the picture on there, the profile picture, is probably about 10 years old. It was taken right after Katrina, but I don't look much older in it than what I do now. I age well, I think. I age gracefully.
And also, be sure to check out George's band, The Culprits,
The Culprits.
which will be playing this Sunday, you said?
Yeah, this Sunday at the Shooting Gallery for 3:00 for about an hour or so, and then next Saturday at Colby's on
North Woodlawn.
North Woodlawn. Yeah,
So,
yes, sir.
thank you. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more of The Scoop. And we are back. So, Mr. George, I can't see anything right now. How about you?
I can't see shit. Seriously.
I'm seeing green. So,
I'm not even seeing that.
as promised, I do have, we do have a special meal for you. Mr. Devin has been, as many of our listeners are aware, Mr. Devin is a proud member of the Armed Forces, and he has been doing extensive training and getting his body accustomed to eating the delicacies of the Armed Forces, also known as MREs.
Thanks for the MREs.
So tonight he wanted us to share in the luxuries of the foods that he has been dining on. And without further ado, he has made us each an MRE. And I think that the goal is for us to be able to guess what food he is serving us.
He's gonna have to spoon feed me because I'll probably like spill it everywhere if I try.
Oh, I guarantee I'm going to, even if I could see it, I would spill on myself.
Do you like cookies?
Dude, that's yes.
All right, so you'll get this one that's in front of you already. Pickle, I'm gonna make you eat the horrible one.
Oh, thanks.
No problem.
Oh, Pickle's got a blindfold on too.
yeah.
I do.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I'm gonna unwrap these spoons for you and put it in your hand. And
Okay.
the plate is right here.
Okay.
Make sure you describe what it tastes like and all that. Here's your spoon, and your plate is right here. Now you have some, squishy food.
Dude,
you
I'm
got
gonna
some dessert on there also.
spill this. You can see. Okay, let's.
So
Yeah.
I think I have some in my spoon. It feels kind of weighted.
Now I also have something for you to drink. To wash down the gullet.
It better not be some of those awful
Quality, sir.
goddamn shake things that you served me 3 weeks ago or whatever.
What's horrible?
It's the leftover. It's the leftover shake shit that I didn't drink.
All right,
last
I
time.
taste beans.
What's horrible is George is mixing two of the sides, and they're completely.
Dude, I
different.
can't see what I'm doing. Seriously.
Oh my god. This is great.
Is this lentil? Are these lentil beans? What? Where's my water?
Hold on, no, you can't drink the water. You have to drink here. Your Irish cream cappuccino.
Tastes like water.
Because it's a watered down cappuccino.
Well, that's no fun.
No, it's not.
So, mine tastes kind of like Chinese food. It tastes
That's
like a
what I'm
bad
trying-
version of like beef and broccoli or something of that nature,
Beef and broccoli?
or stir fry even.
This is a
It's-
cracker, I do believe.
That is a cracker.
This feels like another cracker.
Yeah, I'm gonna say definitely some sort of poorly made stir fry.
Well,
Am I even close?
I'll be right back. You guys just keep
Nah.
doing that, alright?
This is like soup or something, I guess. I
So
cannot see a thing.
Devin is leaving us to eat this
The microphone.
whatever it is. Oh no. Oh. It's a tall glass. Oh no. Oh. Oh.
I think I'm eating a soup of some sort, like a chili bean soup or a vegetable type of soup. I do believe. Where is here's
Now,
that's what I think
pickle.
I'm eating.
Yes.
There's a side you haven't even touched yet. I'll scoop it up for you. It's nice and hard.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, insert innuendo here. Insert.
Oh, it's so
Insert.
hard.
Yeah, there you go. Insert silly joke here. Oh. Sorry, Mike.
Alright. So
That tastes like. This tastes like gummy bears. Which I know they're not gummy bears, but what else does it remind me of?
And pickle, yeah, you have some bread over here. You want some of that?
That tastes like super dry, shitty rice that you just gave me.
Alright. So, alright, pickle, what do you think you have?
That's good.
I think that I have some sort of crappy Chinese stir fry MRE.
Okay.
Am I even close?
You have Asian style beef strips with vegetables.
Ha ha! So it does taste like it. I'm sure it doesn't look very appetizing.
It does not.
Was that rice that you had given me, the hard stuff there?
That was rice.
Okay, yes.
Now, what about you, George? What do you think you have?
I think I have some type of a soup, or like a chili bean or a vegetable.
You have
Kind of meal with
vegetable-
cracker.
You have vegetable crumbles with pasta and taco style
Okay.
sauce.
Okay, I was right about the veggie part.
Yes.
I think my drink is it tastes like the terrible chocolate drink that you gave me a few weeks ago. I think it's actually the same glass of terrible chocolate stuff that you.
Exact same glass.
It's the exact same glass.
I didn't empty it.
You didn't empty it 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago.
No, I didn't.
Am I correct in that?
Yes. You are.
That definitely tastes like a watered down coffee flavored beverage.
Oh, and I feel the bread. It's the rock bread.
Fix the mic for you. George, so you know it's a vegetable crumble. You guys can go ahead and take off your blindfold now.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, now let me ask you one question. If you would have seen this without the blindfolds, would you have eaten it?
Yes.
You got a little oatmeal cookie over there. You got some Twizzlers. You have some applesauce. You have some chili and crackers.
Okay.
And then I'm pretty
Let me
sure
bear
you
some.
have some for the crackers peanut butter.
Well, seeing that it looks literally like dog vomit, I probably would not have eaten this if I had.
Could you move your cup out the way so we can do a little shot of that?
Yes.
Paper towel around here somewhere.
We do have paper.
Yes.
Cookie good.
Can you hold that plate up?
And dump it into the trash can? Yes, no problem.
It's horrible looking.
Yes, it really does look like something that Snoop didn't agree with.
And George,
Yeah.
let's go to your plate.
Sure.
Tilt it down for me. Look, see, his looks good. He got the chili. He was mixing the chili and the applesauce for a second, and I was kind of grossed out.
I'm blindfolded.
He
Can't
did. He
see
did
anything.
get some chili on your mic, the wire.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not the mic, just the
Yeah.
bottom part right
The
there.
mic went impotent. Hold on, there we go. All right.
But you probably wouldn't have eaten that, right?
No, I mean, it
That
tasted.
That rice is god awful.
Yeah.
I hate that rice.
Yeah, I mean, the beef and the beef stir fry stuff did taste like beef stir fry, but yeah, seeing it, it does not look nearly as appetizing as what I would have
Paper towel.
expected it to look like.
I kind of expected what I was eating to look a little bit like what it looks like, but and I didn't know if that. But Twizzlers, it makes sense because it tasted kind of like gummy bear. Thank you.
So yours is chili?
Yeah, chili and a taco combination with applesauce and a chocolate chip cookie.
Yep.
What are the red things? Is that beets?
Twizzlers. That's Twizzlers. Red licorice.
What?
That's his dessert. He had dessert in his. Because vegetable MREs have just more dessert for some reason. So always grab vegetables.
Good call there, Devin.
Yeah,
So.
I know you like the little cheat part, little cheat things.
So Devin, I will make sure that I am sending you some Domino's pizza or something because if I had to look at dog food every day like this, I'd lose my mind.
Yeah, right.
That's my favorite. So
Chunky
overall,
peanut butter.
1 to 5 stars. Would you eat it again?
If I was blindfolded, I would eat the stir fry again.
You'll eat anything I give you if you're blindfolded.
But if I had to watch my plate the entire time, no, I would not.
George?
I'd eat it again. Probably minus the applesauce. I'm not big on applesauce. That is applesauce, right?
No, that's diarrhea. Of course, that's apple.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought. Minus the applesauce and the Twizzlers, I'd eat it.
I think it was a certain flavor of applesauce. But hope you like being clogged up. 'Cause that's what that food will do to you.
I drink lots of water. Not a problem.
Takes me nicely.
No, don't need them.
So, again, Mr. George, thank you for coming on.
Thank you, Pickle.
Throw out some plugs there. Where can people watch or listen to your music?
Yeah. SoundCloud.com / or / I get them confused. JC72071.
And also, your band, The Culprits.
The Culprits, yeah, playing this Sunday, 3 o'clock at Shooting Gallery on Veterans. which used to be Pub Zero, some kind of lame-ass rap club. And next Saturday at Colby's, August 5th, Colby's on
North Woodlawn.
Yeah, North Woodlawn off of South Clearview.
So, again, thank you, George. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more of The Scoop.
Hell yeah. Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.